What is going on, everybody? Today's a great day. Today is a great day. Rexproof says it's time to talk about the moon cycles. Oh man. Can you guys hear the music or no? I wonder if my audio outputs or whatever are being weird. What's up, Jamie, Josh, Joel, Golden Panda, Apang, Mark, Maxime, Maze, Habit, Hector, Georgios, Saad, BMX, Arnold. Cause the Leon Goretzka of trading. I love that. Leon Goretzka. Hello, Cause and Wreckproof. Love you too. We love you back. Wreckproof is here too. You can't hear the music? Oh my gosh. Properties? Like, why is it always so hard? Insider cause? I don't know what that means. I start streaming right when the moon hits. Okay, let me try and what's up, JP Bripto? I like your mutant. I think the music might be coming through my mic, so I need to hold on. Let me put my headphones on. One sec. Okay, I think the music should be better now. Let me know how much I need to lower it. I just lowered it, so. Wow. Alright, we already got a good amount of people in here, so I think we're just gonna get started. Music's a little loud in my ears. Lower sound, please. I think you guys heard it right when it started working. So I did lower it, but there's a delay, obviously. Cool now. I should really just like hop on my phone to see. Good now? Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Lower it more. I can lower it a tiny bit more. Okay. Just lowered it a tiny bit more. I think we're ready to get started now. Before we jump into it, as always, couple quick shout outs before we get on with the stream. We have 3 sponsors. Wassifire, you're still at the gym? Oh no. Shout out to Trader Joe, the swap on Avalanche. Shout out to Bybit, my preferred derivatives trading platform, and shout out to Magic Eden. They're quickly becoming the best Solana NFT marketplace. What's up, Miso? Or Meso? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I always read it in my head as miso. Miso bag? Kind of like miso soup. But it's spelled different. The music need to be even lower. I feel like it's pretty low, isn't it? Bought more woof today. That was hilarious in the last stream when I just found out I had woof and I had no idea prior. Okay. Well, I guess I should stop being so distracted with the chat and actually talk about some charts. So the last time we streamed, okay, music seems fine. Last time I streamed was Tuesday with Jared. We streamed together again. I've been having a lot of fun with our collab streams. It's kind of nice to just be able to talk to someone on the stream. But yeah, so when I talked with him, I mean, let's see if I put some session breaks on here. I don't really remember what time of day it was. Was it after this scam wick? Whatever the case. The trade plan for Bitcoin was let it do its thing in here. Let it consolidate, let it chop, let it do whatever it wants for however long it wants. And then as soon as we get this flip of 63.5 to 63.8, that region as a whole, then we're interested in Bitcoin longs. All right. So that was the plan on Bitcoin, and the plan just has not changed at all. And actually, I just realized when I was looking at these session breaks, this was Wednesday. So we were streaming on this day. I think it was right around here, actually. We just took out those highs, and I was like, oh, yeah. We just took out these highs, and I was like, a failed bearish setup is a very bullish setup. And so even though we swept those highs, next time we get back above, it'd be bullish. However, in the meantime, we're going to let it do its thing. We're going to let it chop around in here wherever it wants. Don't get chopped up. Don't zoom in too close thinking you need to trade this 5-minute price action and catch every single move. Have your levels determined and then just wait for your triggers. And while you wait, sometimes other coins will provide triggers for us. So in this case with Bitcoin, I haven't touched a Bitcoin at all. I longed some Bitcoin here after this scam wick down, and I think I took profit around here. I didn't quite catch it at the high, but actually I think it was afterwards though. But yeah, now we're just being patient. We're waiting to see what Bitcoin gives us, and like I'm genuinely not interested in trading Bitcoin until we get above this region right here. I just don't see a point. So that's my plan with Bitcoin. We have quite a few other actionable trade setups that we can talk about, not Bitcoin right this second. Just because, like I said, we're kind of just waiting and being patient with Bitcoin. Ethereum, I am long Ethereum. So this is similar to the Sol setup that I posted in the Discord and that I posted on Twitter. But I also posted in the Discord, let me double check. I was saying Ethereum's looking really good, and I posted this range, right? So we talked about this once again, and I tweeted it again. Let me see. There we go. Oops. Let me screen grab it from, I guess I could have just moved this screen over. But I tweeted this again. This is a stupid way of looking at it. So I tweeted this a while ago. Cause Gang from the Discord from NFT Talk. We love NFT Talk in the Discord. Shout out to NFT Talk. We talked about this in the stream. My tweet on this was from a long time ago. As you can see, Ethereum was at $800. But I tweeted this again saying like, hey, well, like this is my bread and butter setup in a trending environment. This is what we look for, right? And so that's kind of what we saw here on Ethereum, right? Form the range high, form the range low, sweep the high, sweep the low. That's a long setup for me. However, right now I'm playing things a bit more conservatively. So I think like I could have gotten away with a stop loss here, I think. But I have found that I feel a lot less stressed out. I feel a lot more calm when I'm trading with wider stop losses. So like I just want to give this room, if it comes down, for a couple more drives before pushing back up. And actually, if it did something like this and broke down, I would probably cut it close to break even and look for the next setup. But that's kind of beside the point. That right now I'm playing with more conservative stop losses. We're seeing a lot of scam wicks, Bitcoin specifically. Like this one probably stopped out a lot of people. This one stopped out a lot of people. Also, super funny. Okay, I need to find this now because it was hilarious. I think it was CoinMarketCap or CoinMarketMan, one of those two, wrote a article and put one of my tweets in it. Let me find it. It was so funny. There we go. I sent this to like all my friends who I talk crypto with. Please load. The little sponsors look funky on the. Okay, I'm gonna let this load on a different screen while we wait. We'll get into that in a sec. I don't know why it's not loading for me. Let me try and Google it. Aha, we're good. So there's this article 8 hours ago. Coinbase whale dumps Bitcoin to 60K, immediately regrets it. And they're talking. Oh my gosh. I can't contain myself. They're talking about this scam dump, right? Scam wick, whatever you want to call it. And they put my tweet in here. I don't know why it looks funny. But it was, we scam wick and then we pump, adapt, or die. And they cited that in their article. And I just like, maybe it's not that funny, but I thought the fact that my tweet just says adapt or die and they put that in the article is just like the funniest thing ever. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off here, but I thought that was kind of funny. It's just like, here's this article. This guy dumped it and he regrets it. By the way, Trader Cause says adapt or die. I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. With that out of the way, now that I've calmed down a little bit. Isn't it funny that they put that in the article? I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. Maybe it's not. Anyway, so I've been trading with wider stop losses for like a long time now, but I just always feel more comfortable doing that. So while I think this would have been a perfectly fine stop loss, I would just rather play it safe. And one other benefit to having wider stop losses is you can cut your trade early, right? So let's say this wicked down really hard. Maybe it wicked down to here and then bounced and it was like doing something like this. You have the chance to cut this trade for a small loss instead of getting, well, draw it diagonal so it looks like you have a chance to cut your trade for less than a full 1 hour loss when your stops are wider. It just gives you more flexibility. Adapt or Die should be the name of the podcast. They wanted to drop some alpha. It is kind of funny. Sometimes I'll you can get it tattooed. Sometimes I'll Google Trader Cause and then go to news and then you can just see like any Cointelegraph, CoinMarketMan, whatever all those other crypto websites are that they when they like cite tweets and articles, and I don't know, it just cracks me up. And also, it's just like weird to be in articles for what feels like no good reason at all. Like I am nothing special. I'm just a regular person like everybody else. But then it's like, this crypto guy says these scam wicks happen and then we go up. And also, adapt or die. Alright. I've been trying to say will I please drop the Discord link? Yeah, I will, actually. Let me finish talking about some of this stuff. You gotta wait for it for like 10 seconds. It's not funny? Okay, so I'm an idiot then. It might not be. Cause you are very special. Okay, back to Ethereum. So a similar setup on Sol. So this same range, you guys, I'm telling you, like it kind of is alpha. You just have to execute on it. Long opportunity here. Took out the high, took out the low, long opportunity. High, low. This time we didn't sweep the high first, but we came down, swept the low. And so I entered along right here, once again with a really wide stop loss. And I tweeted this saying, once we break out of here, I will compound my position. I'll add to the position, and I will tighten my stop loss to this wick. So now, I'll hide this one. But basically, I added more size onto the trade and moved up my stop loss. So I'm now risking 1R on this trade with my average entry being at around 244. So as long as this isn't some sweep of the high, which it could be, I'm a little nervous of that, but the hourly looks really solid. So we'll see. But if this is another legit breakout, I just expect Sol to continue to trend. And yeah, I think that's kind of how I play these, right? So similar thing here. Once Ethereum starts breaking above here, you could probably add more once it flips this level. But as soon as it flips 4,650, give or take, my stop loss is going right there. I can add more to the trade, have more size, or I can just move my stop loss to nearly break even and ride this Ethereum trend for as long as it goes. Okay, let me check the chat. Yes, I'll post a Discord link. No problem, bro. Does not a wider stop also limit position size? Yes, so you will have a smaller position size, but it kind of just depends what you want to risk. But yes, a wider stop loss affects position size. That's correct. Cause, really appreciate your streams. Thanks, Tony. You're starting mining Ethereum tomorrow. Do I have something to say? Like advice? I've never mined Ethereum. I've actually never mined in general. So, Justin needs the Discord link. I will post one. Let me just get through a few things first. No clue how to take profits and price discovery. Yeah, so that's a good question. I think, so for instance, yesterday, I took some profit on my other Sol longs, and it's funny, I ended up closing it like around 242 or something like that, like right in here, and now I'm back in with an average entry at 244. But some people use fibs for like high time frame, like pulling targets, fib extensions. I don't as much. I mean, to be honest, I kind of take profit on leverage longs when I start to get euphoric, and I will take profit on spot positions when we have some kind of break in market structure. Right, so let's say we keep doing this, another range here, breakout, another range, and keep cooking. We just keep going. And then we consolidate here, maybe do something like this, and then break down. that is when I will close some spot positions. When we get a higher time frame shift in structure. Okay. But for leverage stuff, I like to play it not quite as high time frame. I like to realize profits from leverage trading and hold my spot positions for longer periods of time. Am I going to add even more SOL when the breakout confirms? No, I'm pretty comfortable with the position size right now. However, like if we get something like this, right? Then I'll try and add again on this retest. Or if we do something like, all right, we consolidate here for a little, right? And then we break out and then we retest it, I could look to add on that retest, or on the next range breakout, I could add to the leverage play. But yeah, I mean, trading is kind of an art more than it is a science. Like, there's no exact right way. Now, I'm not too worried about catching the top, because here's the thing. Because I feel comfortable trading a trending market, like because of this type of setup strategy and other reasons, but mostly that, like, let's say this pumps, right? And I close my long right here at 263. And then it does something like this and gives me like a long setup right here. I don't care that I'm entering a new leverage trade at 275, even though I closed the other one at 265. Like, I'm still holding all my spot, and I consider all the leverage trades that I take, whenever I get a chance to take money from the market, I'm going to do it. Like, I want to get into the market, I want to milk it, I want to take money from the market, and then I want to get out. I don't want to wake up to some scam wick down that takes away all my unrealized profit. Like, go take your money from the market and then wait for the next opportunity. That's how I prefer to do things. I feel better, I feel less stressed, I sleep better. Actually, I sleep really bad, but I don't I don't sleep bad because I'm worried about a trade. I usually sleep bad because I'm just like thinking about crypto stuff. Like other opportunities, other trading, I don't know, a lot of random stuff. But with that being said, like I hold on to my spot positions for quite some time. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like $300, $400, $500 SOL soon, right? And so I want to ride that with spot. And as soon as I see something on a high time frame to make me think, all right, this is not looking good, like this could be it, then I want to take some profits. And even if that means I have to buy in a little higher, if that gets invalidated, then that's fine too. Just take money from the market, you know, and then get out of it. There are some leverage longs that I hold open for longer periods of time. But in general, especially in a market like this where you can just see your P&L go to crazy numbers, like I don't know. When I see my P&L, my unrealized profit hit certain levels, I'm like, okay, I would be disappointed if this all disappeared. So I stare at charts 24/7. I honestly don't do like stare at charts very much. At least not recently. Like, I'll usually have a tab open, but I'll be doing other stuff. Like, there's nothing for me to do right here. I'll like go work out, go do stuff, go make some food, whatever, you know, like I don't feel the need to really stare at the chart a ton, but anyway, that's kind of a little bit how I try and trade a trending market. Like, I just whenever you take money from the market, it's probably mine. Can't make any good trades lately. I'm sorry to hear that, but that comment was kind of funny. You can bounce back. Do you know what it is that you think is causing you to make bad trades? Like, are you cutting your trades too early? Is your top too slight? Is your stop too tight? Where you're like getting stopped out before the move happens? Like, what do you think is going on? 17% of people watching have liked the video. We do appreciate the likes if you guys are feeling willing. Helps with the YouTube algo. Do I have mental health issues? I bought Sol at $2.60 to $8 and I can't find it in me to sell. Dude, I mean, no, you don't, I don't think. Like, I'm a fan of riding out spot plays for the most part. Like, that's where insane wealth is built. And usually I try and just use leverage trading to add to my spot bags. Spot on, man. Always another opportunity. That's right. DJ says, I hadn't really thought about it like that. The quick jabs as leverage trading and just knowing you have enough spot exposure for your conviction to be balanced. Yeah, like the market, we could go up 10% across the board tomorrow. And if I was in zero leverage positions, like, I'll still be happy because I'm holding spot. And spot is what will make you incredibly wealthy over the long haul. Like, you can get rich from leverage trading, sure. It's a lot harder, though. I'm having imaginary conversations all the time. A man known to this community once said, don't try and catch every move. Price is fractal. There you go. I noticed you use monthly open. This has proven useful already on BTC USD. So what's the theory behind the open price? Okay. I feel like I talk about this in quite a few streams, but I will touch on it briefly. We're going to go to this chart theme. Hide everything else. At the most basic way of looking at it, and actually I want a clean chart, and let's do, sure, we'll look at Ethereum. So we could take any of these months. When a monthly open is flipped, think about what's actually happening, like on the monthly chart. So in a low time frame perspective, if this is your monthly open, you trade below it, you put in the monthly low, maybe that's the wick. And as soon as you flip the monthly open, you've flipped the candle green, and I assume that the low of the week should be in. Sorry, low of the month or week or day, like whatever time frame you're using to open on. In the most basic way of looking at it, it's just like high time frame SR. But I'll go into a little more detail. So we trade below the monthly open, and once we get back above the monthly open, that's just a wick on the monthly chart. And then when the candle is green, you're above the current monthly open, and you're also above last month's close, right? You're above the previous month's close, which means you've kind of flipped that SR level, and you expect expansion. So let's look at it. This right here is the July monthly open. Aha. July monthly open. I'm gonna just highlight the oops. So this is the entire month of July. And this isn't a perfect example. And early in the month, the first couple days, it chopped around the monthly open a little bit. But then we had a trending move down. And as soon as we flipped the monthly open, things were bullish and we expected that trend to continue. This wasn't the perfect example, but let me do a couple of these so you get an idea for it. So then this one. Okay, let's look at these. So it's just higher time frame SR, right? I can zoom in even more. This one's actually a phenomenal example. And you can find this on lower time frames, like with the weekly open, because when you flip that, you expect it to continue to trend, and vice versa. So this monthly open right here, we traded above it for 2-3 days, broke down, set the monthly low, impulsive move out of it, retested the monthly open to the tick, and then trended for the rest of the month. This one's kind of a better, like you can see this level acted as a pivot. It wasn't perfect, but you can see it was resistance there, resistance here, support, and then resistance again. But this time, we literally went straight up to start the month. And this was us putting the high of the month in. That was the wick. And so when we lost the monthly open, even though it got ugly this time, we saw expansion to the downside. All right. So I need to remember that I gave a more in-depth review of this in this stream so I can link people to it. But yeah, in the simplest way of looking at it, it is high time frame SR. So here's the weekly, right? This line is our weekly open right here, the September 27th weekly open. The wick, we traded below it, and as soon as it got above it, the wick, we traded below it. As soon as we got above it, you can see we trended up for the rest of the week. And like, it's not always perfect. I don't trade only based off this, but it does give me, it helps with, I guess, like it helps with my bias. It also helps as confluence. So you can see we bounced a little to start the week, traded below it. As soon as we broke back above, like you would have had to enter in with the market this time. But then we trended for the rest of the week until like the end of the week over here. So that's kind of how you can use them. And here's the one last thing I'll say about it. You can use opens to determine your current bias, because let's say, like, here's our monthly candle. This is a bullish monthly candle. Jeez, talking is hard sometimes. This is a bullish monthly candle. It's green. We're above last month's close. We're above our current monthly open. We expect expansion. So monthly has a bullish bias. Weekly, same thing. We're above last month's close, the current, week. Last week's close, the current weekly open. We expect expansion. However, if we break down, man, it draws so bad because it like pulls. If we broke down below this, and I mean, I'm drawing this on a weekly, but if this happened on a lower time frame, then that would be bearish. because once we're back below that weekly open, this would be a bearish weekly candle, and we would expect expansion to the downside. Okay. So yeah, that's why opens are important. And you want to see something crazy? Do you know how significant Bitcoin's yearly opens have been? I'll start like this year. Let's just put this one on there. I think I have a yearly open thing. So yearly open, well, that's the open. Even more important than monthlies or weeklies. Oh my gosh, this is some alpha. It actually might have been better on not BLX. You know, we'll use the contraction. Is that the proper word? Yeah, I guess it's expansion to the downside. We're still expanding. Hold on, let me put my drawing tool. Open, 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 open. Sorry. This one here. So here, it was respected very well. We traded below it. As soon as it flipped, it held its support multiple times. Trend. This one, the opposite. We put in this high. As soon as we lost the yearly open, you have a bearish bias. And we nuked. And look at this. It literally called the Pico top in June. Right? High time frame SR. Remember, that's basically what opens are. Bang. High time frame SR. And also here. I mean, it's so good. It's crazy. I don't remember the last time we talked about this, but perfect resistance 3 times, 4 times. Impulsive move through, support, support. And look how well this is being respected, like in terms of these daily closes. Closed below, wick, wick, wick. Couldn't close above, another wick. Right? But it's always closing below. Wick, close below. Impulsive move through, wick, close above, wick, close above, wick, close above. And then boom, that was our 3K bottom. Like, this was the easiest way to play the 3K bottom. So mark those yearly opens. They're important. Okay, let's keep going. New yearly open, 2020. We traded above it, obviously, put in this crazy low. Resistance here. We did have one fake out. It wasn't respected quite as well on a closing basis. But then, explosive move through it. And this time it didn't retest it. But as soon as we got that explosive move through it, we got, like, that was it. That was our next, like, yearly low in. And, like, when you think about this big picture, if you are swing trading, like, sure, you might have been caught here longing because it held support. It was like, all right, we're good. And then it stops you out. But then if you catch it on the next one, like, it's fine. And you can trade spot this way, not just like a leverage trade. You can be like, all right, above the yearly open, I want to be in spot. Below. And then, I mean, this kind of ended up being some SR because, like, it was this previous high, like, whatever. But yeah, you can see once again, like how well these levels are respected. Wick, 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 close through, wick retest, but close back above, stayed above, and then go. And so like when you have these really, really important high time frame levels, they can help you with your high time frame bias, and you can look for a lower time frame entry to get in this trend. Then this one's pretty crazy. 2021 open, retest, wick, wick, wick. Keep going. Look at that. Didn't quite hit on this one. On some exchanges, I'm sure it did. Like on BitMEX, I think it did. But look at that. It's literally where we bottomed. And this wasn't even that long ago. Like 4 months ago. Right? Still waiting for that retest. All right, so that's the alpha drop on opens. A quick summary on how opens work, why they're important to me, and how I personally use them in my trading. Class dismissed. I hope that is helpful to you guys, and I hope you can implement that going forward. And you can, like, BitMEX might have actually tagged this one. 3,600. Hold up. I think I have XBT. Yeah. So it was right in here. BitMEX tagged this yearly open. I think I drew those properly. Open, 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 open. Yeah. All right. So that makes this dump look even more impressive, right? Okay. And yeah, when we look at this yearly open as well, on the BitMEX chart, this one tagged it, this one tagged it, this one got close. Yeah, I mean, BitMEX just gets a little extra wiki. But it's like, I'm not saying you need to leave bids on this to catch it perfectly. Like Bybit might have tagged it as well. Let's see. I don't want to go to the yearly, so I'm just going to find January 1st. That's December. December. January. Yeah. Bybit missed it by like $30. But anyway. Alright. The amount of alpha right now. Wow, had no idea open was so significant. Love it, man. Sick. Masterclass. Loved it. Credit vibes. Please do more and more like these. Now go nuke all my bags and you'll be set. That's actually kind of true. I did pretty much say, let me give a brief overview, and then I just dove into that for like 10 minutes. All right. What do I think of Trading Challenge? I think it's Rect Proof is an absolute beast for doing that. He killed it. It's actually pretty funny. When he started it, and I have the text messages to prove it, I was like, hey, start out with 500 of my dollars and 500 of yours, and then we'll run this. And he said he would on the next one, but of course this goes to 300K. But can we add a gaming and metaverse? Oh yeah, I should also drop that Discord link now that I made you guys sit through all that. I mean, I guess not make you. It was hopefully useful content. go into here. There you go. For the two guys who were asking about it earlier, there is the Discord link. The music is Lo-Fi Girl. I think Lo-Fi Girl. Yeah, Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube. They like have a constant live stream going. Awesome, Alpha. Thanks. No problem, man. Simple yet significant. Yeah, exactly. Or obvious yet. Yeah. Yep. You keep getting stopped out. What can you do to minimize this? Well, when you place a stop loss, you can ask yourself a question. That question being, is my stop loss on support or resistance? You can say, do you think a lot of other people's stop losses are here? Is it at an obvious high or low? Something like that. And maybe your stops are too tight, so maybe give them a little bit more space. But yeah, I can add a metaverse tab in the Discord. Thanks for reminding me of the Discord, though. Made us, absolutely forced us, you fiend. ChartX took down Apex? What? ChartX in general has been a little weird recently. Do I think it can be automated in any way? Not really, but I don't think it needs to be. Like, if you're trading based on that strategy, you only need to like actually be trading like 4 days a year or something, depending on the year. But I think it's like, and I haven't done this myself, so take it with a grain of salt, but I genuinely think it could be a good way to manage spot positions, or like make sure you're in spot when Bitcoin is above the yearly open. Like this one would have been tricky because it's like, how do you cut your spot during this? Because if you cut it down here on the daily close, then like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. And that's why it takes discretion. Like I'm not cutting it if it nuked 30% below the yearly open, but obviously that was like kind of a crazy event. But here was a good one. Like, great way to manage spot, right? We pumped off the yearly open, nuked below it, retested it. You could be like, all right. And I mean, this looks so stupid because you're saying, okay, I'm selling spot. Like, don't look at the numbers, right? Don't look at these, because then I'm not saying you should. Please don't make the only thing you take away from this being Trader Kaz said to sell Bitcoin below 3.7K. But ignore the prices. We pumped above the yearly open, broke back down below. That could be your sell spot signal. And then you just go do whatever you want with your life while this happens. Maybe it happens for months below. And then as soon as it gets above, you buy back into spot. I mean, it would have been pretty much the same exit and entry, but could save you a bit of trouble. Or this one, you could have sold your spot. I mean, it's rare. These opportunities are kind of rare because the yearly open happens once a year, clearly. But hey, we're about to have another one. But yeah, so with that all being said, I don't think you can automate it, but like put it on your chart every now and then when we're close to it. Like you can hide it for most of the time. Like when we were trading up here, you could have the yearly open hidden on your chart. But then as we get closer, as we're dumping down here, you'll be like, hey, where's that yearly open again? So rebranding to Professor Kaz. I don't know much about the metaverse coins. I should, though. I know I'm missing out. And I don't know why they would do that. Like, why would you take down Joe and XAVA? I don't really know what I would do with a intern, but I appreciate the offer. So you sold Sol at 206 and you're wondering what to do now, basically? I think getting back above 216 was kind of the re-entry signal. And I think Sol continues to be bullish on a high time for high. The yearly open happens once a year. It's like when I said I was 23 for a year, and then after that I turned 24. I think as long as Sol is above 216, it's bullish. And if we break down below here, I'll sell some spot Sol. That's kind of how I would play Sol right now. So yeah, you can also use Spaceman XBT, who I had on the stream once. Made this indicator, Spaceman BTC key levels, and I like to think part of it was inspired by some of my content. I think the Monday's range was. The other stuff wasn't. Like, I didn't invent this stuff. I just use it. But I remember talking to him about adding Monday's range. Anyway, free indicator, and it's like I just have it as a separate chart setup, ranges, right? And I'll have it as a different tab, and it's like every now and then when I want to look at a clean chart, I pull it up and I say, all right, how's this doing? Like, where are we at, you know? So, genius spoken above. You have a stop loss on your spot? No, I don't. I do not. Sol's looking good though, boys. So, okay, and girls. Annie, I know you're in here, and I appreciate your support. So I gotta say boys and girls. There might be a couple more girls, but I know Annie tunes into the streams. If you're still here, shout out Annie. So here's a good example on the daily open. And look how well it was respected on a candle close basis, right? We had this little move, but then as soon as we broke down, wick, 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 candle closed through. So this is pretty much the same as those weekly and monthly open setups we were talking about, but just on a lower time frame basis. 200 more girls here? There could be. Bulls and bears. You're the best, brother. You helped me a lot in my business. I'm 15 years old and I've learned a lot from you. I'm happy to hear that, bro. I'm glad I could help. So yeah, Sol looks good, and I knew the daily open was right around here for this long that I took, where the breakout of the range was not only a range breakout, but we also had that daily open confluence. But I don't always post that on Twitter because then the chart's just gonna get messy, you know? So, did you guys get that Discord invite for those of you that were wanting it? I hope you guys made it in. It's active for a little while longer, so you can scroll up. I love you, Cause. I love you too. X Gaming Custom Work. AVAX? Yeah, let's take a look at AVAX. Why is my AVAX chart so empty? Honestly, I think just looking at this price leg was kind of the important range. You can see the mid-range was respected well, range low here, mid-range once again, range high resistance, then we flipped. Like, AVAX looks good to me. AVAX looks bullish, and I have no reason to believe AVAX won't keep pumping. Actually, let me just make another one of these. The only thing we need to do is break above this 80. To get that like full-on all-time high breakout. So that's kind of the only thing I'd be waiting for. Let's see if this oh, we're about to hit 250. Did we hit 250? We hit 250. That might be worth tweeting about. Just because I'm love Soul so much. What's up, Gabriel? All right, back to AVAX. Let's see if anything jumps out at me here. Yeah, I mean, these were some key range highs, monthly and weekly. You can see nice flip of it there, and then we dipped right down into this demand level. So, like, that was a nice setup. I probably wouldn't chase it right here, but I mean, I have a lot of spot AVAX exposure, so it's like I don't really feel the need to catch major moves with leverage, but when things show up, like, I'll try and catch them. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. How do you set your take profit targets? Usually through resistance. When we get into price discovery mode, it's a little more tricky. And that's with spot, like it. Wait, did the stream end and then start again? No. Alright, my Streamlabs must just be tripping. Where do I hold by AVAX? I have most of my AVAX in my MetaMask. Most of my AVAX in my MetaMask. But you can, I mean, probably like Binance, Bybit. Actually, I don't know if you can have spot AVAX on Bybit. Thoughts on Luna? Very bullish. Luna was one of the coins that I was trading very actively for a while. It just printed a new all-time high. I'm not in this. I'm not in a long right now, and I probably wouldn't chase this move. But if we start consolidating, form a range here, maybe retest this range high, you guys know the continuation play by now. So, do I see a difference in charts between different exchanges? Not very often, but like if I'm trading, like see the Bitcoin and the Ethereum, I have the Bybit chart because I usually trade it there, and so like if I'm taking some trade, let's say I'm taking a long right here and I want my stop loss here, I'm like, okay, on Bybit, that is specifically 43.34, and on a different exchange, that same low Okay, here it was 43.33. But like it can be slightly different. It's not a huge deal, but I just like to use the chart of the pair on the exchange I'm trading it. So I have a ledger and I have a Trezor. I use my ledger mostly for Solana stuff. Like my Sol NFTs I keep on there, my Spot Sol, a few other Sol related things. So I have my ledger linked up with Phantom. I have my Trezor linked up with MetaMask. I have AVAX and Ethereum things on Trezor, Sol stuff on Phantom. Luna take profit in spot right now. Just hold. Hold until market conditions change. Man, today's been a good stream. I'll probably be calling it soon, but I'll try and do a few more questions. Thoughts on Secret Network? I don't know much about it. Also, Sol is comfortably above 250 now. We even could have thrown on a nice meme line right here. Look, it even got rejected there. Oh my gosh. The meme line is undefeated. Look at that. Not perfectly, but there we go. Actually, pretty darn close to perfectly. One of the best streams. You know what? I agree. I'm going to have to tweet this one out and say Ethereum's moving a little slow, but I'll post an update on this once we do something like that. Ledger's awkward on MetaMask, but you use it. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure you could use that for all of them. I just don't. I mean, what's $100 for a hardware wallet when you're protecting however much you have in there, you know? BTC charts resistance from the top on October 29th. Wasn't that like a couple days ago? I feel like that level is kind of close enough to what I already have marked here. I think this is the high you mean? Yeah, I would just rather see it. That one's not super significant to me for any reason. Like, it could be, but I think you could get something like this where it breaks above that and then goes back down. So it could give, I think that has a higher likelihood of giving you like a false signal. Kaz, thank you so much for your streams. Next to all the shouters in crypto, you're simply one of the most pleasant people by far. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Kaz the GOAT, thanks for the great stream. No problem, Nico. If I ever need an intern, you're the first person I'll go to. I think it was you that said it before, right? This has a potential 4-hour bear div, but if it breaks above here, then that gets invalidated. And if that bearish setup gets invalidated, then you better bet this thing is going to rip. Alright, kudos to Hackwiser. I know you are a spammer. So you're getting the boot. Explosive soul candle. Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice. As long as we hold above here, I think it's good, and I don't see why this won't continue to trend. Like it should. I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, Serum is lagging quite a bit, but I have been buying spot Serum recently. I think Serum is going to wake up soon. That might be an unpopular take, but I think it'll wake up soon. And I picked up spot here, actually more around here, 7 to 7:30-ish. I bought some Serum. And yeah, I think just get back above there should be good. This dump got a little ugly. Like this was, when you think about the percentage, this was a little big. But as long as we can get back above here, then this won't just be like a stop run, sweep deviation, whatever you want to call it. So let's check out Phantom. This looks phenomenal, actually. I must say. Oh my gosh, this trade's so clean. Look at this. Are you kidding me? This is some of the nicest market structure I've seen in my life. This is crazy. Yeah, I think it looks great here. If you want to be really safe, stop loss there. If you want to be aggressive, stop loss there. You got this high, resistance, flip it, support, sweep all these lows right here into SR, break back above. It looks good. I'm actually tempted to buy some. Phantom looks really solid. God's getting hard about that market structure. I mean, this is some elite market structure. Look at it. Like, it's doing the same thing. This like slow grind into the previous high and then go. Break above, slow grind, previous high, go. Break above, slow grind. Guess what we're gonna have next? Yeah, you guessed it. Slow grind, previous high, go. Should I leave this on here for next stream? All right, I actually let me look at a little cleaner chart. Where's Monday's rank? Oh my gosh. You truly love to see it. Monday's high, Monday's low. We're back above that. Daily open, flipped. And yeah, you know what? You're actually probably safe with a stop loss there. But it might do something like this. If it does something like that, that would be a omega long for me. Where you can like get a nice entry. Targets for FTM, I'd start with all-time highs, 350. Link's kind of just chilling right now, so I don't have much on it. I typically like to take trades around the extremes. Close to monthly open support though. I mean, I think it's bullish. I just think you could probably get a higher return somewhere else, you know. Dot. Jeez. This looks like it's gonna have some disgusting divs. Oh my gosh. Look at that. This one would even make CBS proud. Good lord. You know, I'm not saying it has to happen. I'm not saying it has to happen. And I genuinely don't think it will happen. But a retest of this SR would be a no-brainer long. Alright guys. I think that was a good amount of chart requests. I'm tempted to long some Phantom. I actually got to run pretty soon here. So, appreciate you all tuning in. We had over 200 people this entire stream. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the subs. And it really seemed like you guys got a lot out of this stream. So thank you for being here and interacting. And I will see you guys in the next stream on Tuesday. As always, if you want to support the content, check out any of those links in the description. I don't want any of your money. I really don't. But if you're going to be trading anyway, you can do it on Bybit, or you can flip NFTs on Magic Eden, and then that basically tells them that it's worth sponsoring me still. So appreciate you guys' support. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Definitely gonna have to tweet this one out because I think it was a really solid one. And hopefully Sol keeps running for us and doesn't keep messing around. But I think it should be good. So Samuel is your first stream. I'm glad you enjoyed it and excited to see you in the next. You'll take our money in the market, no worries. No, I want you guys to be taking other people's money with me. Yeah, live streams are typically around, an hour and a half ago on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, alright guys. Appreciate the support. We'll talk soon. We didn't even get time to talk about NFTs today. How do we just talk about trading for an hour and 15 minutes? That's absurd. Anyway, that's enough. Hope to see you guys in the Discord. Come hang out with us.